All right, let's chit chat, patty whack. This is another episode of The Extra Mile with Whitewater Freight. I'm William Butchguy, and we're here to cultivate connection and inspiration. That's why we call it The Extra Mile, I guess. So today's episode, I've been wanting to do this for a while. This is my lady crush. I can't explain enough about this woman. Her name is Brenes Brown. I have read every single book that she's written, and she's literally changed my life. I mean, just unfathomably changed my life. And if I can boil like several of her things down into one different area, it is her 10 guideposts to wholehearted living. And they're great. They're these guideposts that you can remember. You can look at it and be like, that's right. This is where I need to be. This is where I need to be. This I want to go this direction, not that direction. So the fantastic book. She's got TED Talks. The reason why I wanted to do a video on this for the extra mile is because I know a lot of people take in information in a lot of different ways. And we want to be able to kind of service all of those. We send out emails to contact everybody. And so that's one of the reasons why we're doing the videos now. So um, one of the things about Brenes Brown, she is a shame researcher. Now, if that does not sound like an amazingly fun job, I don't know what is. But she is a sociologist, and just her books on empathy and self-compassion, and I just can't say enough about her. So if you have a habit that you do where you have time, if you have a commute back and forth to work, there's audio books. You get a half hour each way. That's an hour worth of car drive time a day where you can be sitting there learning something and really just like unpacking and improving and changing different areas of your life. I cannot recommend this enough. And she would be one of the people I would say just get every single book. So here are the 10 guideposts for wholehearted living from Brenes Brown. Okay. Number one, cultivating authenticity versus letting go of what other people think. Or not versus, but cultivating authenticity tied together with letting go of what other people think. It means let me be my true self. Let me have the courage and bravery and just stand in front of somebody being who I truly am without having to worry about boxing myself into a little box that I think will fit their idea of me. Just let me be me and let me love who I am. Next one, well, in connection with that, is cultivating self-compassion, letting go of perfectionism. Self-compassion is, this was a big one for me, and this still is a big one for me. I have several anxiety disorders that I've struggled with for nearly 30 years of my life, and self-compassion is a huge one. I have a tape that runs in the back of my head that will critique every single thing. I would not let anyone talk to my daughter, my wife, my friends, my teammates here. I wouldn't let them talk to anybody like this tape runs through my head. But for some reason, I let that happen. So the idea is to cultivate self-compassion. Say, man, when I made that video, I really screwed that up. Well, yeah, okay, I screwed it up. Everybody screws up things from time to time. It's okay. It's going to be okay. Self-compassion. Letting go of perfectionism. Perfectionism is a killer, and it's so easy to get caught up with. And perfectionism robs us in so many different ways. Perfectionism robs us of the joy in the things that we did do right. And it also is a time suck because, we can never just be like, hey, it's done. Cultivating your resilient spirit, letting go of numbing and powerlessness. It means cultivating strength, and getting through the hard times, pressing through. Things get hard, we get better. Things happen, we adjust. We are resilient. We can keep going forward. We can keep moving. We can dodge. We can juke, that football move. We can move side to side. We are resilient. We're going to keep going forward. We're going to stop the numbing, the incessant numbing that a lot of us have, talking to myself here, a lot of us have done over the years, and feeling powerless. Just kind of walking in who we are and the abilities that we have. Cultivating gratitude and joy. So cultivating gratitude and joy. I love gratitude and I love joy, and cultivating those things is great because that's what you do. We had a video not too long ago where we talked about staying on the path and focusing on the positive things. When we do that, whatever we focus on grows. Whatever area that we give our attention, that we grow those areas. So if we focus on gratitude, we focus on joy, we can grow those. We can let go of the idea of scarcity and fear of the dark. This fear of the unknown, this fear of, oh my goodness, is there enough? Oh, this is going to happen. Let's just focus on gratitude and joy. Cultivating intuition and trusting faith, tied with letting go of the need for certainty. This is a big one for me. When my mom passed, it wasn't when she passed, it was when she got cancer. And my world shattered into 100,000 pieces for 2 years straight. And the uncertainty of all of it, I needed certainty. And once I finally got to the point where I realized, I'm not going to have certainty, I need to let go of that idea. I need to let go of that idea. I need to just trust and, trust my intuition and trust faith and just let things be as they're going to be, because outside of a very small amount of things, there's not much we can do to change the world or the universe. So they're going to be how they are. We can either go with them and be there as they're happening, or we can fight and have strife along the way. Cultivating creativity. I love this one too. Cultivating just being creative, using our creative selves and creating things and bringing new life into the world, bringing new ideas into the world, letting go of comparison. That's tied to cultivating creativity, letting go of comparison. Comparison is the killer of creativity, because creativity is like you're like a kid and you just got this 64 pack of crayons and a whole big sheet of white paper, and you are just having fun, the time of your life, drawing whatever the hell it is that you're drawing. You probably don't know, and your parents probably definitely don't know, but what you're doing is enjoying it. And then comparison comes along and says, oh, well, Susie likes Johnny's drawing better than yours, and then you start looking over at Johnny's and you start comparing yours to Johnny's, and then all of a sudden this isn't fun, but it's become a competition, and you don't feel good enough and adequate enough because you're comparing to something over here versus just doing and enjoying. Cultivating play and rest. Oh gosh, this is a really good one too. Cultivating play and rest. Play, just playing, and then rest. Tied together with letting go of exhaustion being a letting go of exhaustion being a status symbol, and productivity as self-worth. Now that's a big idea, because everybody I talk to all the time, how you doing? I'm worn out. I tell you what, things have been crazy lately. That's the guy that's making it. That's the successful person. That's the man or woman that's they're pushing. They're doing the work. There's a guy out there with I won't get into what his name is, but I'm not a fan of him. His idea is the 80-hour work week, and you're never doing enough. And I don't think that any of us need that. I think all of us need to be able to rest and play at work and rest and play at home, and drop this I work harder than anybody mentality. Cultivating calm and stillness. Again, big one for me. You can tell, like all of these things, all these check all of my boxes. Cultivating calm and stillness, letting go of anxiety as a lifestyle. I am still working on that day in and day out. But I tell you what, I'm a lot better than I used to be, and I'm going to give myself self-compassion there. And I know it's not a straightforward linear journey. Sometimes it's backtracks and then moves forward again. But just creating calmness and stillness and letting go of anxiety as a lifestyle. Cultivating meaningful work. This is what we're doing here. The extra mile. Logistics is meaningful, and what our company does and how our company does it is incredibly meaningful to me and to a lot of the people that we deal with. But that's why we have this extra mile where we're trying to add more, just provide more meaning for people. We want to cultivate connection and inspiration and kind of help those things along the way. We want to be able to do business and do that at the same time. So cultivating meaningful work, letting go of self-doubt and supposed to. Those are two big things. And the last one, cultivating laughter, song, and dance, and letting go of cool and always in control. So when I was growing up, for a large portion of my life, I'm going to say it's 15 years. I'm going to go from 15 years old to 30. I was the cool kid, or I thought I was the cool kid. I was the kid that didn't talk to anybody because I was scared to death of talking to people, and it really tripped me out, and scared to death of talking to people. And so if I was in class, I was in the back of the class not talking. Cool, macho. If I was at a club, I was, at the bar, like slunk back, thinking like, I'm so cool. Maybe somebody will come talk to me, not realizing I'm giving off this vibe of, man, you are just an unapproachable person. Meanwhile, all these other people are enjoying the situations. They're enjoying the situations. They're out there laughing and enjoying music and dancing like no one's watching, even though maybe some people were. Who cares? It's okay to dance, and it's okay to sing, and it's okay to have fun. And if we can even focus on 2 or 3 of these things, improving 2 or 3 of these things in our lives, it just can be radical transformations. So I know this was a little bit longer than ours typically was. So if you made it through this far, seriously, you're awesome. And I appreciate you for watching this far. And we will talk to you on the next Extra Mile.